out and about, going home. Thank you very much for checking out my videos. Please do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment down below. And we're going to be talking about something interesting today. I think so, anyway. Remember earlier today, I did a video about, well, actually, I think it was yesterday, about how I like being old school and all that, right? Well, I remembered something from my old school days, early 2000s to 90s. I think it's late 90s, early 2000s. A show when they still had Saturday morning cartoons. By the way, I fucking missed that. Bring it back. Holy shit. Bring back Saturday morning cartoons. Good gods on high, people. I mean, I get there's, streaming, but oh my god, that was the only real reason I got up in the morning. I was like, because I didn't want to miss one of the shows I'm talking about is well, obviously I loved watching early in the morning, Yu-Gi-Oh and all that lineup, right? I could still watch it, but like I have to get up early in the morning just to have that kind of feeling again. And quite frankly, it's hardly worth it. I barely liked it doing it when I was a kid. I'm not gonna do it as an adult just to say, oh, nostalgia. Yeah, it was hardly worth it. No, today I'm gonna be talking about a show that I always loved, especially early in the morning. It was a show called Static Shock. I love that show. It was one of my favorites. And mind you, I found it and I was like, yes, Static. Of course I'm gonna peek. I'm actually gonna start binge watching a little bit of it because like Static Shock is one of my favorite shows. If you guys don't know what that is, it is basically a superhero show where a kid about 15 or 16 years old getting powers, and mind you, the story itself is kind of convoluted, so I'm gonna have to kind of bum rush you a little bit. So a kid in a place called Dakota. Yes, folks, the actual city is called Dakota. If you're asking me which Dakota, yeah, sure, why not? I wouldn't be surprised if it was like smack dab in the middle. Hey, we're taking half of it. No, we're taking the other half. Fuck this shit. I wouldn't be damn surprised. It's like North and South Dakota take half of it. I wouldn't be damn surprised at all. So, where do you live? Oh, it's the north side. Oh, motherfucker. I live in the South Dakota. Fuck you. It was a joke, guys. I'm kidding. Please don't roast me in the comments. By the way, please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Anyway, so the show itself, I had to sidetrack because of my stupid little joke. So the show was called Static Shock. It was about a boy that, again, a boy and his family lived in a place called Dakota, and well, let's just say it starts off kind of innocuous, like a normal TV show origin story, where the kid it starts off as average as you can imagine, right? As average as you can imagine. His entire city is just normal, right? And then it expands to the point where when he gets his powers, mind you, he gets his powers in a very kind of almost realistic way. Almost. Of course, they had to have some kind of superhero factor to it. So what happened was he was getting bullied. This kid was one of those, very intelligent kid, but not only was he smart, but he was a smart aleck. Yeah, that was his personality. And he got himself into a lot of trouble. So, long story short, he got into a lot of fights. And his father, bless this man, I swear to the gods, the entire series, this man has done more for this boy than anyone has the right to, because oh my god, this guy is father of the year, and he should be, because he did everything he needed to do to keep his family secure, especially after what happened to his his actual wife. Long story short, his wife died in some kind of big, like, I'd say it's closer to the 90s, where his mom was a paramedic, and long story short, she lost her life in the middle of some kind of like big riot. Like, so it was a big riot. So I'm assuming they were referencing the 90s riots in the time. So yeah, that's my guess. I'm not 100% sure on that, but the time frame kind of actually tracks. So the main character was about, I say 3. No, he was close. Yeah, it was about 3 years old around the time. He basically lost his mom at 3, and he lives with his mom and his older sister. I mean, sorry, his dad and his older sister. And mind you, they give him a hard time, but what family doesn't, right? But later in the series, he gains his ability by. Yeah, here's the catch right here. He has a very big phobia of guns, because that's what ultimately killed his mom. Well, apparently there was some kind of big fight. It was a big gathering of all the town's gangs. They go to this abandoned place, right? And it was like basically a pier. And apparently this one guy says, we're fixing this problem right here and right now, hands on the gun and do-rag, and he goes, oh fuck, I'm not doing this. So he tosses it in the river. Mind you, this is the series. There's an actual comic book about this, but I don't know what happened in the comic book. I never actually read it, and I would love to one day. Anyway, so he grabs the gun, throws it in the river, and basically the whole thing goes topsy-turvy from there. Something happens, because in the comic book it says that the police shot a grenade and accidentally hits some kind of chemicals. The chemicals go everywhere, and yes, folks, these said chemicals are the reason why Static has his powers. And mind you, it's not just him, guys. This is what they would call the Big Bang. Yes, folks, I know, kind of pretentious, but literally is basically what started a big, like what's called a metahuman. Basically, it started half, if not more, than a few people in this city started gaining superpowers. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, all these kids and adults started gaining these powers that either made their lives better or basically fucked them over left and right. The series was very, I don't know who you're talking, Bart W. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so the series, like I said, the series is great. I love it. My recommendation, if you want to watch something good, and the one thing I like about it is, not only is it a TV show for like superheroes and everything, but I like it because it's good for actually, if you want to watch it, and it has one of the best concepts in every series when it was kind of dying out at the time, where in every other episode, right, there's a few episodes where they had a hero or a villain having issues with something, and after the episode, the main character basically addresses you, saying, "Hey, you were having issues in earlier, and I see you were having issues," and they were explaining why he was having issues. Like one episode, one of his friends is called Rubber Band Man. Don't ask the question. Some of these names just went way out. So Rubber Band Man had an issue with reading, guys, because he had dyslexia. And they had a reference to being dyslexic. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is real. I loved it because it was giving actual realism to what was going on in the series, because he was having issues reading it. He had to sound it out. Like, there was a point where it was like a dire thing, right? He had to read things Static couldn't help because he was in the middle of like basically lifting something, and he was keeping. And Rubber Bam has the only one that had the ability to basically put in all the information so he can basically stop a bomb. Mind you, this was all hinging on a dyslexic kid being able to read instructions, guys. And it blew my mind. Mind you, at the time, he had full training learning how to read, even despite having dyslexia. And so it was interesting how they put that mechanic in the concept. And it was so awesome. Another good concept was there was a lot of celebrities that they put in the series. One of my favorite celebrities they put in the series. You know him, you love him, a big guy, Shaq, the main man, O'Neal. Honestly, guys, Shaq, the Shaq man. Yes, he put Shaq in there. And they were hanging out with, hello there, Zeus. Thank you very much for checking out my videos. Like I said, if you ever watched Static Shock, I recommend it so much. It's a good series, and anything around that time was great. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. In fact, I feel like it was the time of it was one of those times where series were at their peak and were just about to go downhill. Like, they were at their peak, they were amazing, they were fun for the right reasons. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. And give me a like as well. Give me a thumbs up. That would definitely help the channel. Definitely. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I love, like I said, if you guys want to see that series, I recommend it. There's a app that I recommend. I'm not telling you the app because I am on their payroll. I'm telling you the app because it's a good app. I recommend it. If you have kids, check out the app. Just put, child mode on it, because there are movies and TV shows that I wouldn't recommend on there. But there's child locks on it, so as long as you're responsible, it should be fine. But it's an app called Tubi, Tubi. I'd recommend it. Good app. I recommend it. It's like Netflix, but for like old school stuff. Honestly, it's one of my favorite apps I use, because every now and again I pop in for like random shows that I like. Some of my favorite shows from when I was growing up is on there, and I'm always watching it. Here's some of the shows I used to watch as Saturday morning cartoons just popped up, and I'm like, yes! I was wondering what happened to this show, and sure enough, it's on the show. So I recommend it. Anyway, thank you for checking out my videos, guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And be safe out there, or else shock to your system. Take care, guys.